Hey guys, welcome to Hair Tales and Roots. I am sitting here with Lulu of Lulu's Artisanal Cafe, and we're just going to sit here and talk about some things that matter and maybe some things that don't. But thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
Hey,
having
Lou.
me, Miss Wanda.
Hey, I'm
And
so
happy
glad to have
belated
you on.
birthday.
Oh, thank you, Pisces Nation.
Yeah, exactly.
So Lou,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm really glad to have you on today.
It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. Looking forward to having this conversation with you today. I want to talk a little bit about Lulu's artisanal cafe, but we're not going to jump right in. We're gonna ease into things. Start out with something a little light. So I'm asking you, what are you listening to these days?
Girl, just 107.5. I really only listen to the radio when I'm in my car. I don't listen to music at home.
Yeah.
So whatever is on the radio, all the old school stuff, old school R&B. And I like some of the new, hip hop and some pop. Anybody in particular? No, just everybody. That's good.
I listen to my Alexa when I'm in the house. And if I'm not listening to like my inspirational music and stuff like that, I'll turn on Afro house music on
What
Alexa.
channel is that?
It's Afro house music on Pandora.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's really good. I like to listen to that like when I'm cleaning or when I just want to kind of feel like upbeat and get some things done.
I never listen to music in the house. It's like the weirdest thing. I think I don't have a radio, but I guess I could put it on YouTube, but I never do.
Yeah.
I only listen to music in the car.
In the car, yeah. I'm quite the opposite. I listen to music in the car every now and then, but for the most part, I like it quiet in the car. It kind of gives me a chance to
Be with your thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that sometimes. That happens for me when I'm not talking on the phone. Because normally when I'm driving to and from work, I'm talking because that's when I'm able to catch up with everybody. When do I have time to be with my thoughts? I don't think ever.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm always busy doing something.
So yeah, I'm glad you said that because I noticed that you have pivoted a lot in your career. How did you do that so seamlessly? Well, it at least seems seamlessly from the outside looking in. I know it's not easy to reinvent yourself. And I just feel like that seems to be something that you've been pretty good at.
So, I guess I'm a chameleon.
Okay.
So I can adapt to different environments, different situations. So yeah, going back 30 years ago, I did do nails. I went to school in 1990. And then I did natural hair because we had the salon for like 30 years. So I did do that.
That's 60 now.
Yes.
You're not 60.
Yeah,
You can't be.
I am. And I can't believe I'm saying that number. It's like, this is the first time I've been kind of like taken aback by my age.
By the
all
number.
all the other numbers were fine, but this one is like, wait a minute, are you sure? The number seems so big. It's like, wow.
Yes.
So I've actually done a lot of introspective with this number. Yes, that's how we met. In the 90s.
Yes. It is how we met.
Yeah.
That's right.
Back in the 90s.
Yes, Kathy's
when
room.
I got separated and I was doing nails. And so I tried to like continue doing nails, but it wasn't cutting it. And because I needed to start over from scratch financially.
Right.
But so I've always done more than one thing professionally.
Okay.
So I don't get stuck, essentially.
Yeah. When life, takes a turn sometimes, I guess the best thing to do is to be prepared to make necessary adjustments in your life. And and it makes sense. I can see how a person who puts themselves into one box for such a long time, and then to find out, or if something happens and it just doesn't work anymore, how that's like the end of it.
And for some people, that becomes their identity. They're defined by the work that they do,
Yeah.
essentially.
Mhm.
But I've had an interesting journey in terms of when you talk about pivoting,
Yeah.
because I started out corporate, then I went to the salon, then I went back corporate, then I jumped back out and did my own thing entrepreneurially by
Yes.
having a management company.
And see, that's what I mean. So, you're like a chameleon. You are a chameleon.
Hmm.
You've done so many different, very different things though. And that's
All in the vein
kind
though of
of
stuff that I love. So it's all like stuff that I love and really like and I'm
okay.
interested in. So that's kind of what I do, because everything I've done has been based on my interests.
Okay. At Lulu's Artisanal
Cafe.
Cafe,
Hmm.
right? So tell us a little bit about the cafe.
Okay. So I started um making lemonade back in 2018.
Okay.
And then in 2020, during COVID, I opened up an actual storefront brick and mortar cafe.
I do
And
remember that.
yeah, and by that time I was up to like maybe 10 flavors.
Okay.
But I couldn't sustain with just lemonade alone, so I had to add food in. So I noticed there was a void in the marketplace for plant-based food because a lot of people, they're interested in going more vegan and vegetarian. So I was like, well, maybe I should fill that void,
Right.
because every other, there was nobody really doing it. They had like one maybe vegetarian dish on their menu.
Mhm.
So I did some market research and then I decided to do that. But vegan, vegetarian, gluten free,
Right.
because that's a big need in the community too.
Mhm.
A lot of us don't know that like gluten is not good for us and we shouldn't be eating it, and we're so accustomed to it, and we probably feel very bad but not
I was
realizing that
gonna
it's the
say,
gluten. But
yeah.
then people have been diagnosed with celiacs, so there's an audience for that. And of course I had to put my spin on it, so the flavor profile is Cajun and Caribbean,
Yeah, of course.
so that's basically what it was.
When did you like wake up one day and just say, I wanna have a lemonade stand?
No, so this is the story. I'll try to make it real quick. So one summer, I guess it was like maybe 2019. I'm getting my years right because it's been such a long time. Me and a friend of mine went to the beach, but we went with her brother and their kids. We were responsible for the food, they were responsible for the beverages. We get to the beach, there's no beverages. So she and I walk up onto the boardwalk to get something to drink. And when I got up there, I saw like a young black girl making lemonade, like a lemonade stand. And she was
Okay.
basically just like cutting the lemon in half, squeezing it, putting in water, adding some sugar, shaking it up, and then charging. I think it was like $4 or whatever. So when I saw her, I got all excited because I always get excited about seeing black businesses. Like I love that. It's just so inspirational to me.
Yeah.
So I go to her, "Oh, is this your lemonade stand?" And she was like, "No, it's too much work." And I thought that that was an oxymoron because I'm like,
Yeah.
"But you're working already, working with somebody else." I was just like, "You know what? I'm gonna do it on the strength of that young girl."
Really?
Yeah. And then I came back home and I literally like maybe like a couple of months later started making it, and I started like with 4 flavors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Just like that.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm kind of
Okay.
impulsive
Yeah.
with
Yeah, yeah.
businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. No business plan. Just do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
And that, do you recommend that? Like, if someone's just like thinking of doing a business, do you recommend just
I
just
mean,
going
if you
for
have
it?
if you have the resources, yeah.
Okay.
But, everybody is different, so they have to walk their own path.
Mhm.
What I do is considered very unorthodox.
Okay.
So some people are more disciplined where they want to be more structured.
Yeah.
So if you're that type of personality, I think it's just my personality.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you right now you're single, right?
Sure.
Are you single? Or not? You
Yes.
are single. Okay,
Very
okay, okay.
single and sad.
And sad. Don't say
Well,
that.
I'm not sad. The situation is sad.
That you're single. Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. Because I want to hear. I'm like, no, I don't want to hear that.
There's
You
not
know,
many eligible bachelors available in this part of the country.
you know what? It's so hard for me to hear that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because no, you know what? I guess maybe it's hard for me to hear because I'm not ever looking for an eligible bachelor.
Well, no, I'm
I
usually not
guess.
looking, but I'm typically not single for more than a year. And I've
Okay,
been single for quite a number of years. I don't want to say because it's embarrassing. Part of it has to do with obviously my work schedule
okay,
because I work so much. I don't really get out to really be on a social scene to like meet people. And when I do meet, it's like somebody young,
okay,
and so that's just for fun.
okay. And what's wrong with that?
It just ends up being for fun.
What do you think about that though? Because I've been kind of looking around, online. I see a lot of stuff, and I find a lot of older women say that they get a lot of attention from younger men. And then, go ahead.
Yes,
What do you
I'm the
think?
young man magnet.
Magnet?
Yes, as you know.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, uh, I I'm attracted to actually younger guys, and they're attracted to me. But unless they are at a certain, life stage and have a certain lifestyle that's conducive to mine, it's not gonna work. And probably if it's a young guy, he hasn't had kids, he hasn't been married, he's gonna want that because I've already been there and done that.
Yeah.
So from that regard, it becomes challenging. But if it's someone that doesn't want XYZ and we're on the same page, then it could work.
Okay. And I totally understand that. Want kids, and
Yeah.
all that stuff that,
Yeah.
you've already done, been
Exactly.
there, did that, got the
Mhm.
t-shirt, the mug.
Yep.
What do you think is a reasonable age gap?
Ah,
Or does it even matter? Does it matter?
you know, um, it does to a certain extent because again, I've had gaps, tremendous gaps. And that's where the disparity comes in.
Okay.
Because if they're significantly younger, 15 to 20 years, like they're significantly younger.
Right, right.
So I guess a good gap for me though, I think it still would be 20 years.
Would you shut
Because
up?
I'm 60.
Knock it off.
I
Would
would
you
probably
date
date
somebody
somebody in
for
my
it?
40s. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You know what my mom said, God rest her soul, a 10-year gap was a good gap. She said 10
If
years was a good
he's
gap,
if
but
he's like if he has an Obama swag, if he's 50 and he's swagging like Obama, yeah, but if he's 50 and not together, no.
well, I don't think so. If he's 30 and not together, is it okay?
No.
Because I'm trying to
No.
figure
No,
out,
no, no. No.
you know
Not at
what I
all.
mean?
No.
Not together is not good. I don't care what age it
That's
is,
true.
right?
That's true. But since, I attract and I'm more attracted to younger, you know, there's a certain aesthetic that I look for. They have to compliment me.
Okay.
It can't, the person can't be looking like they're my father,
Okay.
and I don't want them to look like they're my son either. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, 10, maybe 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it happens automatically anyway. Because
Yeah.
people just don't think that I'm my age. So I automatically get that.
I know so many single like women. I do. Um, in our age bracket,
Hmm.
right? And, but I really didn't think it was
A shortage?
it's a shortage. Okay,
Well,
it's a shortage.
actually, I would say maybe in this area,
Okay.
um, I'm sure there's men in other areas, other countries, but in this area, I think there might be a shortage.
What is there? And the reason why I say that is because, it's not like we have the limitations anymore of just meeting people within our circle and in local places. Now
Mhm.
that there's the internet, and I mean, there's been the internet a long time. The only downfall to the internet is that people can be whoever they want to be on the internet.
Mhm.
So when you meet them on the internet, you just kind of never know what you're getting.
Exactly.
When you meet a person out in public, if you meet a person in a place and you're together, you still really don't know a person until you actually get to know
Yeah.
the person.
That's
And
actually
I've done
that's
both,
actually true.
you know?
Um, I guess maybe I want to say it's more of a shortage of quality,
Okay.
quality men.
So I was watching online the other day, and I don't want to say his name.
Mhm.
Everybody knows his name.
Mhm.
He's no longer here, right?
Mhm.
But I was watching him and he was talking to a woman that was in her 50s. Yeah, so she was explaining to him that she was ready to get married. She wanted a significant partner. And he began to ask her a series of questions, right?
Mhm.
So he asked her had she been married before.
Mhm.
And she said that she had been married. Um, he wanted to know how old she was. So she was married when she was 36. Um, they were divorced by 42. And after that, she didn't have any significant relationships after, right?
Okay.
Um, she then went on to continue to build her career because he wanted to know, like, why didn't you, like, get into anything else serious?
Mhm.
She was now 55, so we're talking about over 20 years,
Right.
right? No, actually just under 20 years.
Mhm.
But he was, just wondering like why she wasn't dating or whatever. So she said she was focused on her career. So he asked her, he said, well, what are you doing? Like, what's your career? So she said she was a cosmetologist and a yoga instructor. And he was taken back by that.
Mhm.
He was like, well, why would being a cosmetologist and a yoga instructor stop you from dating? And that he did not understand why she would even expect at her age
Mhm.
to meet a high value man. And what high value man did she think was basically going to want her? And to me, and I'm bringing this up because it was a shock for me,
Mhm.
because I'm double nipples, right?
Right.
And I'm looking in the mirror like, I mean, is this true? I don't know any women who have basically given up on love or actually meeting someone who actually has something to offer just because they're in their 50s and 60s. The men that you're looking for are dead because he said the life expectancy of men is 69,
Perhaps.
69, 70. He's like 69.
Mhm.
If they're lucky, 73.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why she's not gonna be looking for anybody that's almost 20 years older than her anyway. He said that a man desiring a wife was not gonna look at her seriously as wife material anyway, because she doesn't have enough wife experience. She had only been married for 6 years,
Mhm.
right? No significant relationships after. So, where was the proof that she was even qualified or even knew how to be in a relationship, how to treat a man, or even be in a marriage?
Mm.
He said, so men of high value in certain, levels and backgrounds, those are the things that they look at.
Mm.
They don't just look at the fact that you've been celibate
Right.
for 20 years
Right.
and 15 years. As a woman speaking to women and having a lot of women friends, sisters, aunts, cousins, these are the things that we believe are make us more desirable to
Right.
men, that we're celibate and that we don't have children. And because she also didn't have children and she thought
Mhm.
that that was even a leg up for her, to
Right.
make her more desirable.
Mm.
But he said, on a contrary to what she thought, it actually made her look less desirable. So how do you feel about that?
Um, so basically, that's just his opinion. Um, it might be true for some people, and for some people it might not be true. Um, I don't think that because you're a certain age, you now all of a sudden become undesirable. I think it's a double standard because when men are a certain age, they're actually considered distinguished. And when women are a certain age, they're considered old and out of the pasture.
That's true.
So that's just his opinion. And I find that he can be very negative, degrading, and humiliating.
Yeah.
Um, but I just look at it as that's his opinion. And I don't think he doesn't have any data to back up his so-called opinion. Um, I I do believe there's a shortage of men. A big segment of the population is incarcerated.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
we have a lot of men there that probably are good men, but they made bad decisions.
He also said something about expectation. The deal breakers.
Well, men don't lower their standards, so why should we?
But men also, I feel like, don't really have as much challenge with finding women. I don't know statistics,
Mm-hmm.
right? Per se. I don't know statistics, but I am almost positive I've heard that men get married twice as fast as women after divorce.
Probably so.
I don't know the statistics though. Don't quote
Mm-hmm.
me on the statistics, but because I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is a choice, right? But then I hear women say that they really desire to be in a relationship and have a partner, but then it's a choice to be single. And I guess it's a choice to be single because they haven't found anyone who meets the criteria that they're looking for.
Correct. Very much so.
Right.
Because why be aggravated with someone that's not gonna, you know, bring you joy? I don't want to get married again. I'd like to just find someone that can be actually my support because
Hmm.
of all the things that I do and want to do. I just want a good guy that, makes money, of course, because I
Hmm.
don't want to struggle at this juncture in my life. But I'm
Right.
not I'm not necessarily looking for a high value man. If I find one, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you have too much money for me."
Right.
But I just want somebody that's good, decent, honest, trustworthy. Um, yeah, that's not a cheater.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing I think that poses a problem is the amount of men that we know are like down low.
Yep. That's another segment of the population that we lost. So we're missing a third of our men. A third are married, a third are incarcerated, a third are
Right. Right. Right.
live alternative lifestyles. And then the other is there another third? Oh, the other fourth are on drugs. So see,
Yeah.
there's a shortage.
It's a shortage.
But again, it depends on the age group that you're talking about, the age range that you're talking about. Because that's why I said, like, I meet younger guys because they have not been, married, had kids, whatever. Most of the time, men my age, they would have already probably been married, had kids, and divorced.
And you know what? And men your age are probably not looking for women your age.
That's true
So that's
too.
a huge factor.
Hmm.
Let's talk about Lulu's Artisanal Cafe.
So my season officially starts like in May.
Oh,
May.
okay.
May is my market and festival season.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've heard so many good things about actually I had your lemonade. I think my favorite is the ginger one. Is the lemon ginger?
Yeah, I have ginger, pineapple ginger, elderberry ginger.
Oh, it's so delicious.
Yeah.
Lemonade. Her lemonade is so delicious, guys. You're gonna have to try it out. Oh my God,
Mhm.
it's so good. For those of you who don't know. How do we find like where you are gonna actually be doing your next, location, your market?
So the best thing to do is just follow me on Instagram, which
Okay.
is Lulu's Artisanal Cafe on IG, because I post everything that's happening on there. I have a
Okay.
Facebook, I have a website, because we cater also.
Okay.
But primarily that's where you can find me. Oh, and on TikTok,
Oh, Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Christmas. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Television or music?
Television,
Movies or dancing?
dancing.
Dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I usually do prayer cards and affirmation cards,
Okay.
but I'm going to have you pick an affirmation card and read it
Okay.
randomly. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. So read your card. Tell me what it says.
I move with authority because I know who I am. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's me, honey.
I love it. I love it. So guys, we're gonna end here and I just want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified. Thanks for watching. See you next time.